any treatment for obesity? That's the question. Is there any treatment for obesity? Or to before discussing treatment, is obesity a disorder or defect or disease? That's the question. So obesity is actually not a defect; it is a disease. Okay, obesity is not a defect. It's not due to. It's not a just a extra storage of fat. Actually, it's the fat cells are like a small little chemical factories. They produce so many harmful cytokines and byproducts, which causes a lot of disease. What we know, like insulin resistance causing diabetes, and others like uh, cardiovascular disease like heart attacks, strokes, all are stem out of obesity. Obesity is also known to cause cancers like breast cancer, colon cancer. Obesity is leading to almost 200 diseases actually, as a cause for 200 diseases in human body. So it is not a just a body type or cosmetic issue. It is obesity is the uh, disease now actually, and we have to treat like a disease. We have to heal the people from obesity. That's the status quo now. That is the understanding now. That is the science now. What you can say. Right now, the Indians have almost 50% of male and females, female being the more percentage, proportional percentage, have in India in 2025 have a obesity when we calculate it by way of what you call it as waist hip ratio. For 40 to 45% of Indian population, male and female, are now overweight. That is the Indian scenario. It's all due to the lifestyle. We have a modern, cheap, plenty of calories with our Stone Age genetics. So which is not possible to match this genetics with the new nutrition habit what we have developed. We are not made to fit into this lifestyle actually. Humans are not designed for this kind of sedentary lifestyle what we are having, and that's where the mismatch, and that's where the obesity is coming in, and that's where all this lifestyle disease like diabetes, overweight, and cardiology issues like heart attacks, heart failure, strokes, all those things are coming because of this mismatch of our genes, what we are designed for, and what we are eating is very, very different things. Was there any obesity during prehistoric and historic times in humanity? That's the question. In prehistoric time, when people were hunter-gatherers, it was biologically impossible for the humans to get obese because there was always a shortage of food, and to hunt the animals and all, humans used to go on lot of walking, running, all those things was a part of daily habit. So this is where we started getting these diseases. This is how it was impossible for prehistoric men to get obesity and diabetes and lifestyle disease, what we are saying today. So prehistoric, that is about the prehistoric time. Second thing is about the historic time, when we humans started growing, we became agrarian society. We started growing vegetables, grains, paddy, and other things. Agrarian society. That's where the food security became better for humans. But with that, what happened is food security is becoming better, but it was not for all actually. It was not easily accessible to have this food to humans because of the social structures. There used to be kings, lords, and maybe probably merchants. Very few section people of the society or percentage of society were able to get this around the year. So this plumpiness started appearing in these groups only. If you see any of the old sculptures of historic times or paintings, only the kings used to be slightly plumpy. So whatever the obesity, if at all it has existed, it was existed only for the very small percentage of people, not for everybody. That's how in the historic and agrarian part of society we had this obesity appearing, but majority of the people during that time are this thing, what do you say, people are servants, laborers, they never had access to excess calorie food that time. So always the people who used to be very thin and malnourished people, majority of them, even in historic times, if you take, that's the can you guess since when did we Indians start getting obese? That's the question. So as we know that right now India is one of the countries where the maximum proportion of people are obese. So when did we India start getting obese? That's the question. So Indians started getting obese very recently actually. Before 1980s, Indians were thin-built, largely thin-built and undernourished people. And once the liberalization which occurred in 90s, the wealth and the lifestyle changed. More of desk jobs started appearing, and more of sedentary kind of work style started appearing. So this caused issue with the physical activity, and at the same time we started getting cheap and highly calorie dense foods like sweets, jalebis, bakery items, made up products. Bakery started become available everywhere. So this contributed the obesity what we see in India now. Initially, the women folk started having this obesity phenomenon fast, especially women who once they get married, once they bear children, they started becoming obese. That data started coming to us. Mainly because once the women get married, lot of household activities, lot of household responsibilities allowed them to be restricted within the house. They could not move around, they could not, their physical activity and all came down. So that's one reason they started putting on weight. And post pregnancy also, due to lack of support system, they started putting weight post pregnancy. And later it spread to the males, adult males also. And now we are able to, when we are seeing in children also, childhood obesity is now very common. So that is the Indian problem of obesity.